Internet legend Airsoftfatty recently got perma-banned by Twitch for not moderating his chat and for allegedly allowing hate speech to run wild. The fact that this isn't bigger news is indicative of a growing trend on the platform. The days of Twitch using permanent bans as a last resort are gone, and so could be the Wild West version of Twitch that once used them so sparingly. Guys, hit that subscribe button already, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you never miss me yelling about Twitch in another video ever again. So this guy, Airsoftfatty, who got famous for having lightsaber fights in his driveway, recently got perma-banned by Twitch for not moderating his chat. The email screenshot he posted to Twitter said it could have been for a few reasons. Quote, allowing text-to-speech donations on stream that contain hateful symbols, allowing users in your chat to repeatedly spam hateful slurs without taking any moderation actions to remove the messages, allowing viewer-submitted videos focused on xenophobic ideology to play on stream, end quote. Now, I reached out to Airsoftfatty, whose real name is Chris, and while he wasn't up for an interview, his manager wrote back with this statement. Quote, someone said the N-word via voice chat in a game he was playing. He never removed the VOD or informed anyone that could help him of this instance and was banned. He was smoking and he didn't think about that being a possible ban. It was a mistake, end quote. From there, the statement says that they're in the process of appealing the decision and hiring moderators for the channel. Quote, it was an honest mistake for everyone involved and we are looking into making sure we have more moderators and that those moderators have the ability to communicate with management better to ensure that this doesn't happen in the future, end quote. Now, whether this was a one-off instance or part of a larger problem of questionable behavior that Twitch alluded to in their email, we don't know. But such an instantaneous perma-ban is pretty rare for Twitch. And if you know anything about Airsoftfatty, the fact that he didn't have mods or moderate his chat isn't surprising. Since 2014, Airsoftfatty has created content the only way he knows how, by turning on the camera and being himself. From shooting airsoft guns, smoking copious amounts of weed, driving various off-road vehicles around his property, creating culinary delights the likes of which broke college kids wouldn't touch, to the aforementioned lightsaber fights, what you see is what you get with Airsoftfatty. And what people saw, they loved.
Anger is not the way of the jet.
We fixed it somehow. Now we'll feed again.
Both those clips have millions of views and kickstarted a YouTube career the likes of which now has him hanging out in LA with famous people. And it was YouTuber iDubbbz who helped make Airsoftfatty even more popular. Back in July 2019, after hearing about Airsoftfatty and watching clips of him online, iDubbbz decided to track him down and see what this guy was all about. The ensuing documentary, Full Force, is a crash course in internet culture and racked up tens of millions of views.
What is going full force?
That is where, and the way I define it, someone is treating it as if they're about to die and they are putting everything behind it.
It's easy to see why people love him. His happy-go-lucky zest for life, coupled with his casual lo-fi approach to Twitch and YouTube, make him eminently watchable. Now, that being said, if Airsoftfatty did do any of the things Twitch said he might have done in that email, well, then the ban is probably justified. But the important thing to understand here is that something has changed with Twitch and the way they handle bans.
We go again to, I guess, some goofy do for dad to do. Scrappy do be trying to take me on with doobie doos. But I guess zoinks, shoo, let's go. He's got the weed and the joints, let's go.
So while Airsoftfatty not having moderators isn't that surprising, what is surprising is that Twitch handed down this ban just out of the blue. Nobody saw this coming, including Airsoftfatty. And this perma-ban doesn't totally make sense to me. Sure, he had been temporarily suspended once before, but this doesn't meet the 3 strikes and you're out stance that Twitch typically takes. Instead of saying, hey dude, you need to get some moderators to pull down VODs like that, they just got rid of him entirely, which is kind of unprecedented for Twitch. Now, You might remember when Twitch permanently banned a little streamer by the name of DrDisrespect back in June of 2020. The news was so big, my goddamn grandparents were hitting me up asking about who this disrespected doctor was.
DrDisrespect has finally broken his silence in regards to his Twitch ban, but we still don't know exactly the reason he was banned in the first place.
Doc getting banned wasn't just shocking because it was Doc, objectively one of the biggest streamers on the planet, or because we, to this day, still don't know what he did wrong. No, it was also shocking because it was capital P permanent. The Doc ban marked a turning point for Twitch that had been years in the making. Prior to and including his ban that broke the internet for a better part of a month, getting booted from the platform was a huge deal. It marked a last straw reaction on Twitch's part. Like pre-Doc, if you were permanently banned from Twitch, you seriously f***ed up. That type of ban hammer was reserved for names like Ice Poseidon. And what did he do? Well, he doxed an airline and then a fan called in a bomb threat. So, yeah. But after Doc, things seemed to change. You could almost smell it in the air. The golden era of Twitch, where rules were meant to be broken, was starting to drift away. I mean, as soon as Amazon bought Twitch back in 2014, it was only a matter of time before they became more buttoned up and more corporate as they attracted bigger and bigger sponsors. Like, the fucking NFL is on Twitch. And if you look at late 2020 up until right now, there's been quite a few permanent bans on Twitch in the last couple of months. And if you want to talk about temporary bans, shit, we'd literally be here all day. To be honest, temp bans have shown to be pretty useless, and for certain streamers, a 3-day vacation is actually pretty beneficial. Just look at XQC.
Oh, come on!
Now, is all of this recent ban activity a reflection of Twitch's corporate overlord mission statement? I have no clue, but what I do know is that something has changed, and I don't know if it's a good thing. Now, one of the more recent permabans happened in January, like last week. Streamer Wes, by the way, has, let's call it a contentious relationship with Twitch. He's been handed multiple different bans after tasteless jokes on different streams landed him, predictably, I must admit, in hot water with Twitch. Now, on January 30th, Wes, by the way, was permanently banned from Twitch after he took a bunch of different food and condiments, put it all into one inflatable pool, and then went swimming in it. Was it funny and absurdly fucking gross? 100%. Did he deserve to have his career ripped away from him because of it? I don't think so, no, but I do understand why Twitch did it. This is not the first time Wes has done some questionable shit. If this was the first time some poor schmuck behind the scenes at Twitch had heard about this guy, maybe the outcome would have been different. Now, when it comes to Airsoftfatty, Twitch cracked down on him in a way that doesn't help anyone. Instead of giving him a chance to learn from his mistakes as he stated he was trying to do, they stripped him of his ability to stream at all. But hey, their platform, their rules. Twitch can do whatever the hell it wants. But the problem that Twitch has had for years at this point is that those rules are constantly in flux or are being enforced at random.
Now, in their terms of service, Twitch does talk about what you can and can't do with music. But the problem is, the way that these punishments are handed out to content creators is seemingly random and inconsistent.
I don't understand you at all!
Streamers critical of Twitch's opaque enforcement have long pointed out that certain streamers, and they don't even have to be mega famous, have gotten away with breaking certain sections of Twitch's terms of service, while other streamers have been punished for the exact same thing. This was common with music, for example. Before the DMCA apocalypse royally f***ed everyone, certain streamers would get hit with bans while others would be left untouched. And while of course there's been cries of favoritism over the years, Twitch's inability to consistently police its platform in a way that's fair most likely comes down to the fact that it's really fucking hard to do. And honestly, I don't envy the people tasked with making it fair. And as for Airsoftfatty, give him a chance to defend himself, and let's figure out if he actually broke the rules or if this is just an honest mistake. That dude is a content genius in his own way, and it would be a shame to see the joy he brings to so many people disappear, especially if he did nothing wrong. he describes the lightsaber fights and like some of the other stuff he does as a LARPing, and I want to do LARPing. LARPing seems so fucking cool. You're right. My character would have to be like so close to who I am that I would almost get confused as to like who I'm being right now. You know what I mean?